Test, test, test.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you could please find your seats. We will get started here momentarily. So before I introduce our Master of Ceremonies, Board of Education Vice President Rod Westfall, my name is Tom Hernandez. I'm the Director of Community Relations, and so this is how things are going to work. Mr. Westfall is auditioning for a second post-retirement career as traffic cop, so just follow his lead. He's going to call up the recipient and the person who nominated him or her. That person will read his or her nomination. It's here. The recipient will have a chance to say a quick word of thanks. One of our distinguished board members and committee members will give you your award, and then you'll head over as a group over to in front of the beautiful banner where Linda Taylor will take your picture. Now, without further ado, it is my pleasure to introduce Mr. Rod Westfall.
Thank you, Tom. It's nice to hear applause for a change after the last 2 years. You didn't buy me no coffee. Good evening. On behalf of the District 202 Board of Education, welcome to the 30th Annual Awards of Excellence Ceremony. I am Rod Westfall. I am a Board of Education member and a member of the Board's Awards Committee, and I'm happy to serve as your host tonight. Our committee members are Board Secretary Heather Roach, Board Member Dr. Kathy Baxter, Board Ambassadors Bonnie Lutter and Michelle Smith, and unfortunately Michelle Smith can't be here tonight, so Board President Mr. Kevin Kerberg is taking her place. And also I'd like to acknowledge Teresa Howard Collins, Tony Galan, and I think Barb is here somewhere, Barb Seiden, and thank you all for being here. So, and our superintendent, Dr. Lane Averill, is present in a black sport coat. Thank you, Lane. Blue. I know. And we have some district administrators who are present too, so thank you. Most importantly, our honorees and their families, co-workers, and friends are here tonight to help us celebrate. Now on to the reason why we are all here. This is always a very special evening for our honorees, for everyone who nominated one of our staff members for one of these awards to recognize their excellence in our classrooms and schools. But it's also a wonderful chance for the Board of Education, and by extension of all of District 202, to publicly share what we privately know to be true every day of the year, that District 202 has some of the most dedicated, hardest working, most caring employees you'll find anywhere. Listen closely to the nominations that will be read to you tonight, and you will hear stories that will make you laugh or maybe shed a tear or two. Most of all, you will be very proud to be a parent or employee in Plainfield District 202. The Board of Education congratulates all of these wonderful staff members on their achievement and thank them for their incredible commitment on behalf of our students, families, and our community. Now, we'll get started. Our first award is the Cheryl Riccardi Award, and it's presented to Central Elementary social worker Shannon Edmondson. Nomination by Julie Simone.
Shannon spends her days as an integral part of the central team. She goes above and beyond to help support any situation that arises during the day. I personally work with her closely and have observed her spend her days in our intensive program, supporting behaviors, even though those students do not have direct minutes with her. She's always willing to step in. She also attends the intensive team meetings and their IEP meetings. I have also observed her step in and help the office staff by helping with dismissal, answering phones whenever they're in need. Shannon is not only there for the students, but she is also a huge support to the staff. If a staff member is in need, she is always there to step in and help.
Paula, Scott, Julie, and Jen, thank you so much for your nominations and for your extremely thoughtful words. I am so honored to accept this award tonight. Cheryl Riccardi was a true trailblazer, and I had the wonderful privilege of working with her during my internship many years ago, so this award is extra special to me. Thank you to my sweet friends and my sweet boys for being here. Your support is appreciated more than you know, and congratulations to all the other award winners tonight.
Congratulations. Go over there and get your picture taken. Congratulations, Shannon. Next up is our Best Eichelberger Award. This award was presented at our Monday night board meeting to our technology director, Margie Benucci. The Best Eichelberger Distinguished Service Award was created in 2009 to honor those who embody Mrs. Eichelberger's spirit of service to the community and District 202. Mrs. Eichelberger was a Plainfield area icon who passed away in February of 2009. She was well known for her lifelong service and volunteerism. She served nearly 26 years on the Board of Education, then continued as the one of 2 board ambassadors until her passing. She also served as a member or director of numerous community organizations, including the Will County United Way, C.W. Avery YMCA, the Rotary, St. Mary Immaculate Parish, and the Plainfield High School Central Campus Athletic and Band Booster Groups, amongst numerous others. Mrs. Bernucci, who was presented to the award by Kathy and Ron Kazmaier, who are here tonight. Thank you for being here. Mrs. Bernucci's list of community involvement and professional achievements is extensive. I think it is fair to say that Mrs. Eichelberger would be very proud that Margie is receiving this award. Margie served as the Plainfield Band Booster president for 20 years, the Plainfield Band Booster member for 23 years, Plainfield Band Booster Craft Show, which she led, which raised over $350,000 over the 23 years that she was involved in running the craft show. She is the creator and author of several grants to the state of Illinois and Dell that collected $328,000 in free computers for classrooms for Plainfield School District 202. Margie also served as a village trustee first elected in 2009, and she served 12 years. She was also appointed to Village of Plainfield Planning Commission in 2007. She's the Foundation of Excellence member and current chairperson. She's the current president of the Riverfront Foundation, Plainfield Rotary member, former president, and a Paul Harris Fellow. She was the Ira Jones Award winner, CAPE Award winner, Daybreak Food Shelter Coordinator since 2002, YMCA Advisory Board member for 4 years, the YMCA Giving Gala Committee member since 2005. She is a volunteer to Plainfield Public Transportation Steering Committee for the RTAP project. This project resulted in the current PACE bus service in Plainfield. She created and managed the Plainfield School District computer sale, selling retired district computers for several years, which took in well over $430,000 for use in classrooms throughout the district. She's served local Plainfield annual charitable events, the Foundation of Excellence annual auction and dinner, the Rotary Golf Outing, the Rotary Auction and Dinner, the Lions Club Auction and Dinner, the Harvest Fest 5K Run, Plainfield EMA Flood Emergency Sandbagger, and Oktoberfest. She was elected precinct committee woman in 2007. So congratulations to Margie. She is currently out of town on well-deserved vacation, and she's looking forward to retirement, and we will miss her greatly. So congratulations, Margie. Okay, first up is Erin Ambry, Droughton Point Middle School, Plainfield High School Central Campus Social Studies teacher, nominated by Brooklyn Peterson, student, and presentation by Dr. Kathy Baxter.
Miss Ombre has nonstop supported me through my hardest of times. She does everything to make sure that our class is happy and fun and make sure that she has activities that can express the students' creativity. She makes me feel safe throughout everything and has never once talked down about someone. She's nothing but positive and cheerful, so thank you for that.
I've been a teacher for 30 years, with the last 20 years being at Droughton Point, my home away from home. I love teaching there, and I'm ever so thankful to my principal, Mr. Kai Freeman, who after 28 years of teaching math, saw that I was on my way to burning out, and he switched me to social studies, where I was able to renew my love of teaching. Students like Brooke and Charlie touch my hearts in more ways than they will know. I love that I can call upwards of 3,000 students my kids. I love that I keep in touch with them and now even call some of them my friends. This career of mine has been rewarding in so many ways, but tonight takes the cake. I am thankful to my students, Brooke and Charlie, who took the time to nominate me for this honor. Thank you.
Congratulations, Erin. Next up is Lisa Bulturis, Plainfield North High School special education teacher, nominated by Christian Brown, parent, and presented by Heather Roach.
Hello. Lisa has restored my faith in the special education system. When my son Carter entered her classroom, we were both weary and battle-tested. Carter has Down syndrome, and unfortunately, his speech is severely impacted. but he understands what is being said at a much higher level. The result? Carter was usually treated young for his age, dismissed as incapable, developed stellar manipulation skills, and displayed a total disconnect between his school and home behaviors. Enter Miss Lisa. I have never encountered a more compassionate, dedicated, holistically intelligent educator. Lisa works hard to get to know her students, not just as students, but as people. She respects them and their families and understands that we must work together to make the best life we can for kids who have a different path in life. Under her guidance, Carter has flourished. He went from a good yet attention-seeking kid to a confident, self-assured leader. Lisa tapped into his natural charisma, independent spirit, and drive to do a task well, and transformed his behavior at school by allowing him to shine for his achievements, not for his tricks. I don't know how she does it all, but Lisa is truly an angel sent in all of our lives. I don't want to think of Carter not spending his days with Miss Lisa, but I know she has done her best to prepare him and all of her students for their futures, which is brighter and will be more successful because of her. Thank you.
It's truly an honor to be here. I am so thankful for the recognition. And it's just a true blessing to be able to do what you love every day and be able to see, the gratitude that parents have for the work that we do. So I'm just very thankful. Thanks.
Congratulations. Next up is Joshua Clifford, Plainfield North High School custodian, nominated by Taylor Fuller, who couldn't be here tonight, so Tom will handle the introduction and presentation by Mr. Kevin Kerber.
Mr. Fuller, who's a staff member at North, asked me to read this into the public record, so to speak. The unseen hero of the school building truly is the custodial staff. They are the first to enter the building each day and the last to leave, including weekends. Josh Clifford is a prime example of that. As a core member of the night crew, Josh is always willing to go above and beyond. He continually acts as a leader and is always willing to learn a new skill to improve the work he can do. Without a clean and well cared for building, especially throughout the pandemic, school itself would not be possible. Josh truly understands that. The students need a good environment to thrive in and delivers that every day, including most weekends where he works overtime events. He takes pride in North and all it encapsulates and helps to make it great. Thank you, Joshua.
Thank you. I really, really appreciate it.
Congratulations, Joshua. Next up is Shelby Donahue, Eichelberger Elementary, third grade teacher, nominated by Monica Slack, parent, and presentation by Bonnie Lutter.
Shelby Donahue promotes a love for learning. She encourages her students, yet challenges them to be their very own individual best. She communicates more than any other teacher we have had at Eichelberger, and we have always felt extremely lucky to have had the teachers that we had. Yet she truly listens to our concerns and actively responds to them. She preserves the structure and goals of the honors curriculum, yet adapts her teaching strategies to each student as needed in order to maximize their particular learning style. She makes learning fun, active, and engaging, yet has such patience with the classroom full of potentially rowdy and restless 8 and 9-year-olds. She volunteers her time participating in after-school activities for her class, despite having a family of her own to go home to every evening. My 2 boys are in her 3rd grade honors class, and they adore her as much as I do. When a teacher can win over the hearts of their students in a first-year honors program, especially after 2 years of being remote, as well as their parents, that is the epitome of excellence.
Thank you so much. I just want to thank the families that nominated me, took the time out of their busy lives to sit down and send an email with such kind things written about me. Makes you tear up. Thank you to the board members, especially the ones who are part of the award process. I've been very lucky to be a part of Eichelberger since it opened, and the staff there and my teammates are amazing. They're more like friends and family than colleagues. My family who's here tonight, thank you for always supporting me. And just want to say I've always wanted to be a teacher my whole life, and to be recognized for doing something you love and are passionate about feels really good. Thank you.
Congratulations, Shelby. Next up is Katherine Fairfield, Plainfield East High School Social Studies and English teacher. Nomination introduction by Navindi Fernando, a student, and presentation by Dr. Kathy Baxter.
Miss Fairfield is a person who always brightens up someone's day. She has a magnetic, positive personality that motivates people and makes their day much better. She is also a great coach for speech team, always looking out for her students, hyping them up, and listening to them when they need to talk. I've been a part of speech team since freshman year, and from the day I walked in her classroom, she has treated me with nothing but respect and kindness, which means the world to me. It is because of Miss Fairfield that I feel like I truly belong at Plainfield East. Miss Fairfield always goes above and beyond for her students, and she deserves to be recognized for her dedication, endless compassion, and positivity. Thank you.
Oh, she got me. I want to give a shout out to Mama and Papa Fairs for joining me tonight, and to my significant other. And I am just so lucky that every day I get to tell my students that You have a voice and your voice matters. Like you're the future, Navindi, and I am so proud of you. And I just love that I get to like increase advocacy and teach my students those lifelong skills that you do have a voice and your voice matters. And so let's give snaps and claps to our captain for next year, Navindi.
Congratulations. Congratulations. Next up, Sandy Fedora, Creekside Elementary School kindergarten bilingual teacher. Nominations introduction by Kelly Hauser and presentation by Dr. Kathy Baxter.
Sandy Figueroa works exceptionally hard as an advocate for her bilingual kindergartners within the district, her school, and the classroom, and serves as a model of excellence for all district staff. Sandy supports District 202 by serving on 2 separate SAC committees for the district. She wants to support and work on behalf of all students represented in the district. Sandy serves on the kindergarten math SAC team, where she has worked to create essential math standards for the district and is currently piloting potential textbooks for adoption. She also serves on the kindergarten bilingual SAC, where she's contributed to the creation of biliteracy units for all kindergarten bilingual teachers in the district to use. She not only creates the units, but also often creates original materials for the district to use as resources for teaching within these units. All of this committee work is completed outside of school hours. Sandy also works exceptionally hard to support her school. Sandy recently helped create promotional materials to support a special day and fundraiser in memorial of a staff member that passed away last year. She often translates school materials for the school to distribute to the bilingual families. In a non-COVID year, Sandy works to implement a school-wide multicultural event for the Creekside families. Sandy's excellence also extends to her classroom. She's currently finishing her reading endorsement and has now finished for Spanish so that she can better understand the linguistic needs of her multilingual students. She communicates regularly with families on student progress and follows the PLC model for using CFAs to drive her instruction. While academics are a focus in her classroom, she also understands the developmental needs of 5- and 6-year-old students. She daily teaches from Google Slides, incorporating the technology from remote learning last year with the best practices from in-person instruction. Sandy Figueroa is an excellent staff member in District 202. We are lucky to have her and her leadership, and she is more than deserving of this award.
Well, I just wanted to take a moment to say thank you for this recognition. I wanted to thank Plainfield. I wanted to thank the members of the committee and of course, my colleague Kelly for nominating me for this award. It is an honor to work here in Plainfield, and I am extremely shocked and proud of being here right now. But I do look forward to continue to work with all the students here and continue to see growth with all my kiddos. Thank you very much for this award.
Take that.
Congratulations. Congratulations again, Sandy. Our next recipient is Stacy Grobstein, Freedom Elementary School 4th grade teacher. Nomination introduction by Allison Hassan, a parent, and presentation by Mrs. Bonnie Lutter.
Intelligence, authenticity, flexibility, humility, drive, encouragement, compassion. These are all attributes that Stacy Grobstein brings to Freedom Elementary every single day, and why I'm nominating her for this award of excellence. I have known Stacy Grobstein since my son started school at Freedom Elementary 11 years ago. So when my son got her for his 4th grade teacher, I was thrilled. I already knew her to be a high achiever, and she had a reputation as an excellent teacher. He grew substantially in the year that he had Mrs. Grobstein. She pushed him to achieve his maximum potential, and she challenged him to take his learning to the next level. He was over-prepared for 5th grade after having her as his teacher. She is always talking about her students with affection, and you just know that she cares so much about them year after year after year. Over the years through school, PTO, and from substitute teaching myself, I have experienced another dimension of the excellence that she brings to the classroom, and never as much as this year. After taking a maternity leave, long-term maternity leave sub-position right next door to her in 4th grade this year. I don't normally do long-term sub jobs as I have another job, but duty called. A class needed me. I was pretty nervous of the demands that taking this 3-month position would require. However, Stacy has gone way above and beyond the call of duty to help me. Not only does she help me every single day, she helps her entire 4th grade team and beyond all year long. She brings her 4th grade team together for weekly planning meetings, lunches, cheers us on, celebrates the special moments, and encourages us, and has committed to training me on a daily basis on everything I need to know to be as effective as my class's teacher as I possibly can be. I could not have asked for a better teacher to work with, train from, and partner with on this sub journey. And trust me, teachers, when that sub enters that room every day or for 3 months, everything you do for them matters. It makes us better for our kids, and it fills our heart with joy. I will forever be grateful to her for everything that she has done for me during this time and my family. Because of her support and encouragement, I feel that I have been able to be a very effective teacher for my students. I know subs cover leaves all the time. I know this. But I cannot imagine how difficult their jobs would be without a Stacy Grobstein. Therefore, I am nominating Stacy Grobstein for this award of excellence.
First and foremost, I'd like to thank Allie Husson for the nomination. The things she said about me touched my heart. I want to thank the committee and the Board of Education for choosing me for the Award of Excellence. I'd like to thank my husband and my family for dealing with me throughout the last couple years through COVID and such. I'd like to thank my administrators, Lowry Fisher and Christy Hilmer, for help molding me into the teacher I am, as well as I have 2 other administrators who I had, Dr. Tammy Strzezinski and Patty Hudson, who also were my administrators, who also helped mold me into the teacher that I am. I am another person who knew from day one, I can not remember a day that I did not want to be a teacher. And to hear all of these wonderful things being said about me, it just touches my heart. So thank you so much, and thank you for the nomination.
Congratulations again, Stacy. Our next recipient was Aurelia Guzman, our district translator, coordinator, and family liaison. Nomination introduction by Michelle O'Shea and presentation by Mr. Kevin Kerber.
Hello. I nominated Aurelia Guzman because she works as the district translator for all 31 buildings in our district and supports our parent programs on top of that. Ms. Guzman spends her evenings supporting the parent programs. That's right. Even when she's done with work, she spends even more time at work. So you'll often see her in after-school programs on Tuesdays and Thursday nights, staying there till 9 o'clock at night. Again, you will also see her while she's working in these programs, sitting beside students, helping and supporting them with their homework or reading their favorite story with them. Ms. Guzman goes above and beyond her professional duties by meeting with parents who ask for a little more support to understand a letter they may have received or help them to find a resource in the community. Ms. Guzman assists in arranging presenters for workshops the district hosts, and you will also see her attend these events. So not only is she doing the after-school program, she's doing the workshops in the evening too. So I don't know how she has all this energy. It's amazing. It is not uncommon to see Mrs. Guzman working past 8 p.m. Again, as I said, 9 p.m. Everything she does is with care and dedication. Mrs. Guzman is an asset to Plainfield School District 202, and her commitment to the bilingual families in our district is truly appreciated and needed.
Thank you for being here. Okay. It's a huge honor for me to receive this award. I would like to thank Mrs. O'Shea for nominating me. Thank you for the board members and community ambassadors for the selection. And last but not least, thank you to my colleagues and friends from the CNI department for being here to support me and cheer me on because I am and I was so nervous. Thank you for this wonderful recognition. Thank you.
Congratulations, Aurelia. Our next recipient is Kelsey Wood, Charles Reed Elementary speech teacher. Nomination introduction by Anthony Arbogast, parent, and presentation by Ms. Heather Roach.
My son, Hayden, attends Charles Reed Elementary School. 3 years ago, during an IEP evaluation meeting, it was brought to our attention that Hayden was showing many signs of being on the autism spectrum. As a parent, and despite the fact that until that point I had agreed with everything that was said, it kind of felt like Mike Tyson had just punched me in the stomach. It hurt to hear. While he was the same child, as a father, you worry about the long-term impact this may have on your child's life the moment the spectrum is brought up. Hayden is very academically intelligent, but was placed on the spectrum in an area that is similar to Asperger's. He knows when you're happy, when you're sad or upset. He just struggles with how to respond to you. Hayden has been working with Ms. Haywood for years now on these issues. Much like any change, You may not see all of the small steps that have added up into giant leaps because you don't see them all at the same time. But this year, we've seen this giant leap. Hayden has become so much better with social interaction. He's happy, he has good friends, and he's become a better friend and student because of her. During COVID, it was not uncommon to find something in the mailbox from Miss Haywood for Hayden when he hit a milestone or had a reason to celebrate. She interacted with him on Zoom, and she had a plan for him the moment he returned to in-person. This year, we had a major reason to celebrate. During his yearly IEP meeting, we were informed that Hayden's progress has been so substantial that he no longer requires special education services. This again left me speechless, but for a much different reason. As a parent of a student who is on the spectrum, my wife and I made the decision in 2020 to tell Hayden about the condition, what it meant, and what the plan was. He has been willing to put his full faith in his team. It is important to note that the team may start at home, but it extends into many arms of his school life. He has his good days, he has his bad days, but this year I see a different boy. I see one that has confidence, one that is making more friends, that can handle more adversity. I see a boy that can look you in the eyes when he meets you for the first time. I see a boy who can hold a conversation. I see confidence and compassion. I don't look at being on the spectrum as anything more than a bump in the road for my son. I wish I could nominate all of the teachers that have helped him at Charles Reed because they've all played significantly into this progress. Every single one of them, from warning signs to diagnosis to progress, but there's been one constant in all of this, and that's Miss Haywood. She is patient with my son, but knows when to hold him accountable. She sets the bar high, but just high enough that he knows he can hit it. If he has a bad day, she understands, but she teaches. She's collaborative with us as parents, and I am 1,000% sure he would not be where he is without her. The great news did not come without some tentativeness. When they asked if there was any concerns, I was nervous to pull back on what had made him successful. And if you know me, I am not one to not voice my concerns. As I stated this, Ms. Haywood interjected and said, I understand your concerns. I know exactly what you're going to say. We already have a plan that we want to share with you moving forward. Immediately, I just felt better. They were not just sending him back without a plan, but transitioning him. They would still be meeting with him, just with different goals. Ultimately, what this meant is his condition no longer impacted his ability to learn as a typical fourth grader, and he could connect with students. In education, I've always hoped that the district I work for will allow students to become successful in their lives and provide them with knowledge and skills to make a positive impact as they become young adults and adults. As a parent, I know Miss Haywood is giving Hayden skills that go so far beyond the fourth grade. I will eternally be grateful for her and everyone at Charles Reed for changing Hayden's life.
That was loud. I just want to say thank you to the board and the committee members, and to Mr. Arias for your nomination and all of your kind words. I've been a part of the District 202 community since I was 6 years old, first as a student, then an intern, and now as a speech pathologist. So I've been getting a lot of announcements from Tom Hernandez, but his email about the Award of Excellence this year is definitely up at the top of the list of most memorable. I am just so grateful for the nomination and to be able to work with all of my students, including Hayden, and being able to see him rocking fourth grade. So thank you again, and congratulations to all of the other recipients tonight.
Congratulations, Kelsey. Our next award recipient makes me feel really old because I've known her since she was a child. Thanks a lot, Allie. Allie Korolewski, Plainfield East High School music teacher, choir director. Nomination introduction by Edith Diaz, who couldn't be here tonight, so I will read it. And presentation by Mrs. Bonnie, I'll present, Bonnie Lutter. Bonnie Lutter. Mrs. K dedicates so much time, effort, and passion to what she does. She is the music director at Plainfield East High School and has dedicated her life to the arts and the students she teaches and inspires. Ms. K directs multiple choirs, performances, musicals, fundraising, plans, trips, and so much more. She truly cares for and motivates her students to do their best and not give up. Edith's son has been with the choir program since his freshman year and has enjoyed it and made great friends in the process. I don't know anyone else who has had a greater impact in making everyone in her class feel a sense of belonging and acceptance, which is so important at these critical stages of a young person's life. This is why Edith Diaz nominated Ms. K. Congratulations.
Thank you so much, and thank you so much to Mrs. Diaz for that very, very heartfelt nomination. I truly feel very blessed, and thank you so much to District 202 for being the place that started my music education back in kindergarten. So I am very blessed to be teaching in that same district that I grew up in as well. I'm truly honored to receive this award, so thank you so much to the board. And I want to take this opportunity to first thank my wonderful administration for their unending support. They consistently lead our teachers with positivity and support our music program and all our crazy plans and different things that we want to do. They completely support us 100%. Without them, what we do would not be possible. I also want to thank my wonderful parents for being here and for always constantly supporting me. And I also wanted to thank my amazing colleagues. It really does take a village to do what we do, and we spend a lot of hours at school, and I'm truly blessed to have amazing and wonderful colleagues who are just so incredible to work with every single day. They really make it just such a fun place to be as well. Finally, I would like to give a huge thank you to all of my students. Getting the opportunity to work with such incredible students every day and embracing their love for music is a true joy. The moments that we get to share and the music that we get to make is something that is so special, and especially through the pandemic, something that I will not take for granted. I love getting to watch them create a family with one another and seeing the effects that music has on each of our students. So thank you so much for this award.
Congratulations again, Allie. Next recipient is Tony Lowry, Plainfield South High School World Language, Spanish, and French teacher. Nomination introduction by Matt Herring and presentation by Heather Roach.
Tony has been a French and Spanish teacher at Plainfield South for many years, as well as served on the curriculum committee for world languages during our most recent curriculum revision. Her dedication to students and her support of the world language department have been exemplary. Tony has always been a supportive staff member in our department as well. She always comes to the table to plan curriculum with a wealth of knowledge and experience and a readiness to work with everyone. She has had a positive impact on the world language curriculum from her work on the subject area committee, sharing best practices with her colleagues, and setting the foundation for activities and assessments that will enrich students with 21st century learning. Her dedication can most easily be summarized by looking at her impressive record as an AP Spanish and AP French language and culture teacher. Tony has voluntarily attended the AP Summer Institute at Plainfield North High School for many years, giving up personal time in the summer to ensure the success of her students. The roster of her AP Spanish students who take the advanced placement exam has averaged over 30 students with many years of a 100% pass rate. While a passing grade on most AP courses will earn a student 3 to 5 college credits, AP language courses earn more because of the depth and breadth of the exam. Hundreds of Plainfield South students have achieved a minimum of 12 college credits, saving many thousands of dollars in college tuition thanks to Tony's efforts. Thank you.
Thank you very much for this award. And Matt, thank you for your kind words and your nomination. I'd also like to thank you for the many conversations that we've had, talking shop, and especially every year when you come to my rescue and make sure that that lab is ready so that I can send all those kids into that AP exam and everything's up and running. I'd also like to thank Mary Jones, who also nominated me. Mary and I have been at South since the beginning, and she is my most cherished colleague and has truly been my rock through all of these years here at South. Lastly, I would like to thank my two daughters, Jessica and Megan, for sharing in this very special event. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Brady.
Well done. Nice job. Congratulations. Our next recipient is Russell Moore, our District Network Administrator. Nomination introduction by Mr. Tom Hernandez and presentation by Mr. Kevin Kerber.
Thank you, sir. Russell, among many other professional achievements and accomplishments which are awe-inspiring, nearly single-handedly created, produced, and directed a new system to broadcast District Board of Education meetings during and after the pandemic to ensure both direct and transparent communications with our community and to comply with open meetings requirements. He has since turned what started out as a fixed system at the District Administrative Center into a mobile system used at multiple schools when it became necessary to move board meetings to allow more space for the public. He then integrated online captioning and most recently incorporated a sign language interpreter. His brilliant work administering the district's network is exceptional by any measure, but has risen to a level that is absolutely, certainly deserving this recognition since March 2020, when life threw more curveballs at us than anyone could have imagined. More importantly, I think, to me, is the number of times that Mr. Moore simply endured me, did not laugh, did not mock me to my face when I would call him with yet another stupid technical question, which 90% of the time turned out to be user error, and has become a friend and a confidant, and I appreciate that greatly. And a partner in communications. We say this a lot. Technology is just a door, it's a platform, it's a vehicle to tell people what we are doing in our school district. We work together very, very well, and I appreciate that very much, Russell. So Mr. Moore is truly an asset to District 202.
Thank you very much, Tom. You know, in the technology department, at least what I do, if I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, nobody knows you exist. Supposed to do, everybody hates me. So, just like you guys. So, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Congratulations, Russell. He always says user error to me a lot, too. So thanks. Our next recipient is Diana Villavaso, our District English Language Learner, Department Administrative Assistant. Nomination introduction by Michelle O'Shea, presentation by Dr. Kathy Baxter. Michelle?
Sadly, Diana cannot be with us tonight. She has other obligations, but I do want this on the record so everyone's aware of all her accomplishments. Diana Villavaso is the District Data Support Specialist and is so much more. Mrs. Villavaso makes sure the data for the nearly 3,000 multilingual students are entered and recorded with the state of Illinois. Mrs. Villavaso is a great source and wealth of knowledge for the Illinois State Code on multilingual learners. You will often hear Mrs. Villavaso work with school buildings or even go out to schools directly to help guide buildings on how to correct or complete needed documents for the state and the district. Or even assist in ensuring testing platforms are working. She manages the multilingual state assessments and screeners for every student entering the district, with over 1,000 students screened for the 21-22 school year. You will notice her working on the weekends. Mrs. Villavaso's ideas and support of the program are always done with a smile and are greatly appreciated. The department can run smoothly thanks to Mrs. Villavaso's commitment, organization, and tremendous efforts to get all work done. I honestly could not do my job without her support.
Thank you. Okay, we'll present Diana with her award at the district office tomorrow. Next up is Kim Wayne, Ira Jones Middle School 6th grade language arts teacher. Nomination introduction by Carol Domabai. Sorry, and presentation by Heather Roach. I gotta take these off so I can see.
I would like to nominate Mrs. Kimberly Wayne for the Award of Excellence. Mrs. Wayne is a 6th grade ELA teacher, the sponsor of the Ira Jones Multicultural Club, and a valuable member of the Diversity Committee at Ira Jones. Mrs. Wayne is passionate about language arts, and it shows in her lessons and activities. She is able to meet the needs of students at various ability levels by using multimodal learning through visuals, interactive notebooks, and classroom discussions. She differentiates her instruction and works with students individually and in small groups. She also introduces students to a variety of literary works that cover a wide range of topics and genres. Mrs. Wayne models her expectations, provides rubrics for work completion, and holds her students accountable for their work and behaviors. Besides teaching, Mrs. Wayne is a sponsor of the Multicultural Club for the students at Ira Jones. She started this club during remote learning, and the group continues to attract more members. She creates an environment for our students to share their cultural differences and promotes acceptance and appreciation for those differences. The goal of the club is to encourage students to value common threads in their cultures and celebrate their differences. The club members meet twice a month to explore cultures in a fun way. During remote learning, the students created a PowerPoint that focused on different cultures and holidays. They researched cultures and significant holidays and created individual slides that were shared during announcements that the entire school watched. This year, the club hosted the Seasons of Gratitude with a cultural taste. The members were learning about the traditions and customs of different cultures, and through their research, it was clear that food brought people together. They invited members of the student council to taste dishes from different cultures and share the cultural significance of their dishes. Not only does she promote cultural awareness in her club, she is also an important member of the Diversity Committee. Mrs. Wayne and the committee members prepared a presentation to the Ira Jones staff about cultivating equity, inclusion, and diversity in the classroom. Mrs. Wayne focused on encouraging the staff to find subject matter in every content area that shows students that they are represented and included. She suggested finding books with characters of different cultures, playing music from various artists, and reading about scientists from different backgrounds. These are just a few suggestions she made to our staff to help promote inclusion and diversity in our classrooms. I am proud to work with Mrs. Wayne. Her dedication to her students and to our staff inspires me to be a better teacher. She is an asset to Ira Jones and should be considered for the Award of Excellence. Thank you, Mrs. Zamable. And thank you, Dr. Abel, board, and committee for providing this opportunity and platform for the education community. It is a wonderful time to be able to just celebrate our profession. It's difficult, and we know that there are many difficulties that go in educating students, but there are so many rewards. This moment acknowledges many people as I continue my journey. It takes a village, and I believe in the village. I'm surrounded by a superb staff at Ira Jones, insightful leadership from administrators like Mr. Davinsky that love and believe in people and our profession, and it truly makes a difference. We know that educating students requires a medley of well-orchestrated skills. It requires a constant effort to incorporate district-defined targeted standards with student interests, engagement, preferred and unpreferred tasks by our students, technology, and the challenges along the way. No one said it would be easy entering the education profession, but it is priceless and meaningful. My students keep me young. I'm always striving to be a better version of the teacher I was the day before. Reflection is essential for me. I thank my siblings for unsung lessons in siblinghood. I thank my mother that taught me every day of the immeasurable impact her teachers had on her life and ultimately mine. I'm hoping I have that same impact on my students. I thank my loving husband of 30 years and my three beautiful, precious daughters, Tiffany, Brittany, and Christina, also former 202 students, now active citizens in the larger world. I'm reminded that the village is mighty, and I relish my role within it. I'll continue to do my diligence to contribute to our profession that I've gained so much. As I conclude, I'm reminded of an African proverb. If you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, go together. Thank you.
Well done. Congratulations, Kim. Our next award recipient is Paula Wisniewski from Westmere Elementary School, social worker. Nomination introduction by Walter Pebelski, parent, and presentation by Miss Bonnie Lutter.
Good evening. First of all, I'd like to thank everybody that District 202 is the best school district that I've seen in my 73 years. So I'd like to say you do a great job. And also, Mr. Hernandez, I always thought you were tall. I don't know if you remember me, but over the years, I moved to Westmere in '99, and I brought my two daughters and my grandson. And they started at, my grandson started at Westmere, and he had Asperger's. So he went right into the program, the IEP. And they got him through Westmere, Droughton, and he graduated here from South and did some classes at JJC. They have wonderful programs here. And then 4 or 5 years ago, I wound up with 3 or more of my grandchildren, and they've gone through Westmere. My oldest granddaughter, 15, she's went through Droughton, and she's freshman here at South. Frankie, he's at Plainfield Academy. He's in 6th grade. And Lucas is the one that started this whole thing. He's like the herald. Whatever they print, whatever he knows, he tells everybody, especially the teachers. He greets them every morning, and they greet him, and they, what's new, Lucas? And he just tells them, well, this and that. Mrs. Winooski here has been a great friend and a helper. The IEP programs, when they see that they're improving, they move them on. Now, Lucas is going to Droughton next year, and over the years he's been here, they've moved him up to honors math. He's going to be going when he goes to Droughton. And even though we had the pandemic, I worked with him at home, but the teachers really, really work hard with the students. Let me read some of this. Mrs. Winooski always helped my grandkids. She would take care of their needs. She always kept me in the loop of what was happening with the kids at all times. She knew that my wife and I were older guardians. She always made sure the kids got a little extra from programs that the schools have for Christmas. She would call me, email me, but any information she thought I needed to know. She would talk to the kids daily, and they would tell her, Lucas would tell her, when my wife was sick last year, she was in the hospital 3 times, but not with COVID, but infections and stuff. And she would call me, after school or even during school and say, is there anything I can do for you? Do you need something? Whatever we needed. And so she is a wonderful person, and she really deserves this award. And not just her, but I think all the staff and teachers should get an award every year too, but especially Paula. She is great.
Grandpa Wally, as I've come to know him over the past 4 years. You are definitely someone I will never, ever forget. Your grandson, Lucas, has been a shining star in my world. I look forward to seeing him every single morning. He tells me about all the goings-on in your house, good, bad, and ugly. And I feel like he is one of my very own kiddos, and I say that every kiddo I have in that building is my kiddo, but Lucas has a special place in my heart, and I am beyond proud of the progress he has made in his 4 years. He will be an architect, an engineer, a lawyer. That boy is going great places, and without your help and the help of this community, the sky is the limit for this young man. So thank you so much for this nomination. Thank you to the board as well. And even though Lucas is leaving Westmere, you are never going to get rid of me because I know where you live. So I look forward to seeing all the great things Lucas does. And just because he's leaving Westmere, he will always be my kiddo. So thank you again, Mr. Rabelski.
Congratulations. Congratulations, Paula. Our next award is the Richard Ira Jones Award. Tonight, it will be presented to Mr. Stephen Fry and presentation by Mr. Todd Chanowski. Todd?
Thank you, Rod. Hello, everybody. Congratulations to all our recipients tonight. Again, hello, I'm Lion Todd Chanowski on behalf of our 202 School Board, Mr. Rod Westfall. I'm honored tonight to share with you the legend of the great Lion Stephen Fry. So, Lion Fry has lived in Plainfield all of his life, except for the 5 years he served in the U.S. Navy. Steve is the very proud father of his son Matthew and loving husband to the beautiful Joni Fry. Raise your hand, Joni. Yeah, higher. Yeah, there you go, for 33 years, right? Right, Joni's a saint. Steve was a very successful business owner in Plainfield for 35 years. Steve became a Plainfield Lion in 1994 at the request of his father, Wayne Fry, who was a Lion in Arkansas. Since then, Steve has served as our Plainfield Lions president for 2 years, and to date, Steve has held the office of our Lions secretary for the past 12 years. In addition, Lion Fry has been the lead chairperson for our Plainfield Lions Holiday Nut Sale for the past 23 years. In that time, Steve has led our club to make a conservative $230,000, and it's probably more like $250,000, to support selling our now legendary holiday Lions nuts. All the proceeds Lion Fry has raised, all of the proceeds with his fellow Lions have gone directly to support Plainfield 202 children and residents in need. Steve Fry simply represents the best of our Lions' pride in Plainfield. Steve's optimism, personal strength, and positive energy is contagious. So if you know me, I don't have a lot of family around here, but I'm very, very proud to call Steve Fry my Plainfield dad. I'm so proud this evening to present the 2022 Richard Ira Jones Award for community service to Lion Stephen Zach Fry. Steve?
My word, how do you follow that? Wow. Todd is my adopted son. That's why he calls me Dad. And everybody says, my gosh, he's so tall. I said, you ought to see how tall his mom is. Anyway, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. And I want to thank, first of all, I want to thank the school board for this nomination. I'm not worthy of it. I'm just an ordinary guy in Plainfield. And I want to thank, a special thanks to Todd. He has helped me out in so many fundraisers in Plainfield. And people don't know, we provide a lot of hearing aids, eyeglasses, and food for people who are in need. We have, thank you. We have a great group of Lions members. We're 82 strong, and we're doing great. I just want to thank the people of Plainfield for helping me out with the Lions holiday nut sales. We've had a very, very successful program doing that. So I want to thank the school board again for this nomination, and thank you, Todd.
That picture is legendary in District 202 and our Plainfield community. Thank you, Steve. Next up, we have a new award, and I'd like to bring up Mr. School Board President, Mr. Kevin Kerber. Kevin?
Thank you, Rod. Hello and good evening.
I appreciate the opportunity that Rod has given me for a few minutes tonight to share some words on behalf of the Board of Education. I would like to begin by offering additional congratulations to all of those that were honored here tonight, as well as those that were nominated and those who took the time to nominate District 202 staff members. It really does show the wonderful sense of community that we have here in District 202. And I'm so very proud of how we have weathered all that has come our way over the last 2+ years, and so hopeful for where we are now and where we will go in the future. I would now like to take a few minutes and tell you about a new award that will be presented beginning this evening and going forth annually as part of the Board of Education Awards of Excellence. For the past 30 years, the Board of Education has presented these awards of excellence to staff throughout the district, both certified and non-certified. What we have not previously done, what has been missing, is to provide an award to a district administrator for excellence in service to District 202 and the broader community. Beginning tonight, we will change that with this new award that we will unveil momentarily. In deciding upon the recipient for this inaugural award, it was pretty easy to identify who should be selected based on dedication to the district, support for parents, students, and staff, and a focus on developing the valuable role our public schools have in building a strong community. It is often said that leaders are put into the right position at the right time, and I think that very well epitomizes the individual that will receive this award this year. District 202 has been extremely fortunate to have had this individual with us throughout nearly 20 years in various administrative capacities. Initially hired as an assistant principal in Plainfield High School in 1998, and then serving as principal from 2000 to 2006, during which time he was also honored as the Illinois Principal of the Year. He chose to leave District 202 for his first superintendent position in Leland, Illinois, from 2006 to 2013, but was the overwhelming correct choice to return to District 202 as the associate superintendent for 1 year in 2013, 2014, and then assumed his current position, a superintendent, on July 1st, 2014. He will be retiring from District 202 on June 30th after 36 years of dedication to public education. He's a proud graduate of Western Illinois University, as well as NIU, where he earned his doctorate in 1997, and spent his entire career as a teacher, and spent his early career as a teacher at Lincoln Way Central, dean at Lockport High School, and assistant principal at Manuka High School and Munster High School in Indiana. This individual's skills, knowledge, and willingness to help others, and dedication to District 202 and the community are unique, and the exact combination of professional and personal skills, vision, and empathetic leadership that was necessary to guide us beyond our explosive growth, and then the recession, and through the unparalleled pandemic, and to reconnect District 202 with the community we serve. Among the many significant improvements to District 202 during his tenure include bringing Algebra 1 and foreign languages to the middle school curriculum, offering full-day kindergarten for all those incoming students to our district, a record number of national merit finalists this school year, numerous capital projects at all 4 levels, including the Ina Brixey Center for our early learning program, the new Wallen Oaks Elementary, new and enhanced athletic facilities, key improvements to our school's safety and security infrastructure, state financial recognition status, and many, many more. Throughout his time as superintendent, he has remained closely connected to those we serve and those who work throughout the district. His personable, approachable, and empathetic style, his building a core leadership team, and then the trust he places in them to strategically guide and execute the vision he establishes are the key qualities that have embodied the successful leadership in District 202. And he has been a key partner and supporter of the board and to all those who have served with him during his tenure as superintendent. I'm sure by now you are all aware of who will be receiving this award tonight. The inaugural Board of Education Administrator Award is presented tonight to Dr. Lane Abril. Lane, if you could come forward, please. Lane, on behalf of the Board of Education and all of District 202, and from one leatherneck to another, thank you, Lane, for all that you have done for us, and congratulations on being selected as the first recipient of this award. You have been a tireless champion for our students, parents, and staff. And finally, in recognition of all that you have done for District 202, the communities we serve, and for public education in Illinois, we would also like to announce tonight that this award will forever be named the District 202 Dr. Elaine Abril Administrative Award.
Thank you very much, Kevin, and for the kind words. How can you win your own award or be awarded your own award? But thank you so much. I mean, you need to stop doing these things because I have no remarks prepared, which is probably better for you all to get you out of here sooner. But the flood of memories over 36 years in education that I have, and specifically in 1997 when I first came to Plainfield, board members like Bonnie Lutter, who hired me, so you can blame her. And I can tell you all 7 of those board members: Bob Smith, Ken Hummel, Doris Albright, Bess, Joanne Shack, and I think that was it. I mean, just the impact that Plainfield's had on me. Kim Wayne was up here a few minutes ago talking about needing it's a village. Well, I think it's a whole damn suburb that it took to raise me or help me and come in as a young administrator, like I said, in 97. There's just so many people I could thank, and I naming all the names, I'd forget somebody. It's been a great run, 36 years, and thank you to all the staff and the honorees here tonight. There are so many that are like the folks who've been honored tonight in District 202. It's been a great place to be, and I don't know what else to say other than thank you all. Thanks for being part of a supportive community. I've worked for great board members who've been very supportive, sometimes maybe of me when they maybe shouldn't have been. But it's just been a great, great run. The teachers and administrators we have in the buildings, they make it go, because I'm not in the buildings all the time. They're the ones that make it go, and they connect with the kids and sell the curriculum to those students who go home and tell their parents the great things that are going on. And it's just made my job so much easier and so enjoyable in my time in District 202. So thank you, and let's go have some cake.
Folks, before we go have cake, I just wanted to point out, I hope that you notice that what you didn't hear tonight was any talk about test scores, teacher pensions, taxes, fees, or any of the other crap and nonsense that the media likes to focus on when it comes to public education. What you heard about tonight was people who are dedicated and care about children above and beyond their job descriptions and their paychecks. That's what makes Linda's job and my job so wonderful. We get to tell those stories, and it's a pleasure to work here. But I'm here to tell you, none of that happens without a boss who embodies that vision, who lives it and models it every day. So I'm just glad that they did name you the first award winner. It's like having the bath towels monogrammed, It's easy now. It's easy to get the plaque made because it already said Lane Abril on it. So it was fantastic. But you deserve it, and we're going to miss you.
Thank you, Tom. As Tom alluded to, we will have refreshments in the cafeteria directly across the hall. But before we end tonight, on behalf of the Board of Education, both current and past members, we want to thank our staff, our teachers, our support staff, our administrators, both in the buildings and at the district office. These last 2 years have been very chaotic, to say the least, but together we have all pulled through and tried to do what's best for our students, our parents, and our community. So from all of us to all of you, thank you very much. Please join us and have some cake and punch. And thank you all for being here. And take care. See you next year.